Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Big Benedict. Thanks for rejoining me. This is Chapter 3. We're going on Master Ninja to earn our Mastered the Path of the Master Ninja trophy. So, dogs are predominant in this area. In fact, they're the only things in this area. And if they bite your ankle, they have that death move where they just instantly kill you. So, first of all, I wanted to say that there is so much Nimpo around here that just go ahead and freely use that, because we're going to be doing plenty of OTs and everything, and plus you can get these killing sprees, which are valuable too for killing people fast without losing your combo streak. So now I'm going to go over here, and I just found this out that you could trigger some bats over here, just in case anybody wanted to know how to do it. You just go into this area. You don't get hardly anything, but it's it's something to add on to your karma points if you're looking for to get a lot of points. So this is a small healing item here that we're going to grab, and I am going to skip the next treasure box, the one over to the right. I'm fully aware of it. There are some bats too, but I'm going to come back to that one. I decided to skip that one. This one you have to open because it opens the door. Normally it's a weapon in the story campaign. So freely use your Nimpo here, or save it for the next boss encounter, or not the encounter before the save point. What we have here is one melee ninja, and then one tactical ninja after the next. So there's going to be two tactical ninjas, and then you want to stay in this enclosed area over here. You just saw a rocket shoot past us as we were Azuna dropping, doing our little dance in the air with that guy. Yes, go ahead and freely use your Nimpo, because we're going to be backtracking if you want. I mean, if you don't want to backtrack, that's fine, but I really don't see any point in wasting Nimpo here, especially when it's going to come in so handy in tough situations. So take this guy out, and there's a chest over to the right which has blue orbs in it, but I'm also going to skip that just in case I need it later. So yeah, this part always, whenever there's enemies with guns and rocket launchers, I hate trying to just chance it and try to stun them with shurikens. It looks more like you're more of a badass, but if you get hit, it always just bothers me to no end to have that happen, to get driven back by a rocket launcher round. Anyway, so we have tactical ninjas here, melee ninjas, and mages. So it's not that bad actually. Just take this guy out, and we're going to save it. And I'm going to backtrack. Actually, I'm going to use some Nimpo, and then I'm going to backtrack. But for now, I'm just going to go to the save point. On top of this roof, though, there's going to be 4 mages, so you got to be aware of those guys. Feel free to use your Nimpo, because we are going to be getting it back. If you're following my footsteps here, this guy really jacked me up coming up here. So that's Master Ninja mode for you right there. I was lucky he didn't kill me. I got in a good parry over here though after this, right there. I think that was the square parry. Parry it's so indispensable in playing this game. You really gotta try. If you haven't tried it, just give it a test run, and it does take some skill and timing, but it is a little bit luck based. So if you don't think you're doing it right, you may just not be getting as lucky as you probably should be getting. I know that sounds like the way it shouldn't be, but this game is pretty brutal. So they don't just give everything to you on a silver spoon in this game. I'm equipping the wind blades, by the way, because I know that once I drop down here, an optional area, by the way, but you don't want to skip this area. There's not only is there this group of enemies to deal with and get karma points, but there's a box up there with the grains of spiritual life. I use the wind blades there. The wind blades, you need to be. It only works if you're in proximity to the enemies. So if they're across the screen and you cast it, they won't even get hit by it. So I am going to go back, I did go back and pick up that treasure box in the beginning of the stage. So you're going to notice that my health and my Nimpo are magically refilled here. The only magic that happened right there was the magic of editing. I went back and got it and saved it. Really need to save it because I crossed this cable over to the other side of the building, and I landed. I killed the first enemy because once you drop, the spawn is triggered by you touching your stepping foot on the pavement up here. So watch this. I'm gonna drop. He spawns. I get the double charge here, 5,000 points. And if you want to kind of peek around the corners here and shoot these guys from this vantage point, you can. Or I just decided to jump off since I saved it, and since I knew there was a guy around the corner, I saw where the guy was. I knew he was standing right there. But these guys with the bazookas, fortunately, they don't have much HP, and they're very easy. So I know there's one more guy. I knew there was one more guy because the statue. Not only did I know he was there, but I knew the statue will just betray that there's more enemies around anyway. So make sure you save it here. And if you do want to manipulate the treasure box, you have to save it first, and then go get your treasure box. And if you are one of those people that wants the ghost fish, every time, and you don't want to die down there, just save it. If you are one of those people that wants the money, just get the money, go back and save it, and then head down here. I have the wind blades equipped. Normally it can get a beheading on that guy, but it didn't take. So there's 4 melee ninjas. Now this part can go pretty damn hard. This is a really hard part. But if you're using magic, it's one of those things again with chapter challenge where we have such high upgrades that some parts are really easy, but it's still tough. This game's not easy. And I know as we progress towards these chapters, things are just going to intensify in difficulty. There is a collectible over to the right. That's some kind of a book, but I'm not going to bother picking that up. But we don't need it. There's a low potion or low healing item here, the weed. So over here, the dogs are going to either spawn for you or not. I prefer when they don't spawn, but I guess since this is a karma run, we need all the points we can. So I used the wind blades on these guys, and I quickly learned that that's not effective here. Or did I? Yeah, I used this. It might have. No, I was pretty close to them, so it should have hit them, but they're not susceptible to that magic. I think if you want a magic for those guys, you probably want to use the Inferno since it could target multiple foes. Since we have it on level 3. Yeah, the Azuna drop works well for these guys. Chaining Essence works well. One thing to know about the Azuna drop though is you have to do it twice on the dogs. I will do it over here. See, I did it once right there. Then did it. No, I charged up, took him down. I think I did it somewhere over here though. There's a lot of dogs over here though. There really are. They're called. I think they're just called ninja dogs, but I like to call them hellhounds. Yeah, there's the two. So 2 full motions of the Azuna drop. We'll take those guys down. So up here, I used all my Nimpo, but I knew that there was a box up here containing Nimpo, and I'm equipping the Piercing Void now because by far this is the best magic to have on these gold demon spawns up here, these dragons. The wind blades will sunder their limbs, but you have to get close to them. The Inferno sucks, and if you have the Flame Phoenix on, you can still get stomped on. So the Piercing Void at level 3 just decimates these guys. They're just gone. So that guy almost killed me. This is a really hard part on the story mode. Coming here with no upgrades, it's really tough. So drop down here, hit the save point. There we go. So now we have some ninja dogs over here. So you want to save it, and then I'm equipping the Enma's Fang to deal some area damage to these guys. You gotta don't worry about using any of your magic. You're gonna get. There's a box upstairs. It's gonna give us all our magic back. So go on your killing spree with your Inferno magic. It's really good. And I wound up close to the save point. There is one section with 2 demon spawns at the conclusion of a bunch of wall, platforming and stuff. And I would recommend saving here. You might as well because you may die a couple of times, and you don't want to re-deal with those dogs. So we're going to do a wall run over here, and this is the box containing the magic orbs, those orangish red orbs. So we got that. And if you want to go ahead and equip your flails, you might as well, because I'm going to be going to get a box that, oh, by the way, that one orb right there, that was 5,000. I think it was because I had the maximum number of, whatever, I think it was the smaller healing item. Whenever you have, whenever your bag or whatever it is can't, I fell there on purpose, by the way. Whenever your bag can't carry anymore, they just give you the monetary equivalent of whatever they were ordinarily going to give you. So every time I open a chest in anticipation of ghost fish and equip the flails, it's always money. Oh, it wasn't this time. But you know something that's even more logical is, or illogical, I guess, is every time I say something on here, I get contradicted by my own gameplay that I just did not too long ago, anyway. So throw the Inferno at those three guys, and then there's going to be a tripwire point about halfway over here, and then the enemies. You could either engage these guys downstairs on their own terms, or deal with these guys up here on yours. So better to do it, this way. Coming up is the two demon spawns, and I messed up on the second one because I had the sensitivity for the aiming way too high. I should have turned it down. It's the demon spawns. They won't interrupt this battle, but if the guys go into that area where they are, you might be in for a big trouble. A big trouble. That's good talking. A big. So here they are. Piercing Void is the definite preferred choice here. So just go straight and then don't get it's really tempting to jump back when they come, because it's just a reflex. But see here, I think I may have even been, I don't know, I was facing the opposite direction. I don't know what happened. He hit me, but it worked out for the best right there, meaning I didn't get killed. So hit the save point right here. Now we're going to do wall jumps. So you see how I hit the center of that wall jump at first? That's because I'm so conditioned from playing the Razor's Edge. When you're doing the flying bird flip up opposing walls, all you need to do is to jump off the centerpiece, and then it just does it for you. So I'm just so conditioned to having the game do it for me that I'm just kind of getting stumped and sometimes. So press the O button now. We're going to be doing some wall runs. I did it on landing charge here, and I wouldn't really advise that because you do have a guy shooting rockets at us. So you probably want to take him out first, and then absorb his essence to get a charge is what I did right there. Yeah, these melee ninjas are really damn tough. Really tough. Couple of them hit me with power techniques a little bit near the end of the stage, and hit me in one shot. I was going to do a video of it. I have already done a video of it, just little funny videos, just showing how difficult Master Ninja Mode is. But I really don't like this level too much. This level and the level that follows it, I don't care for these two levels. I don't like it's just too bland. Anyway, so once you jump on here, I should have jumped a little sooner. I was trying to, and I even tried to, I didn't have to move over like this, but in Razor's Edge, you can't even move along the pole. So I got a little lucky there that I didn't get shoved off. And now we need to descend here. I thought there may have been something up there, but I was fed wrong information, I guess. So you want to dive on down here, and then we're going to be accessing another... I think it's a save point. Yes, it is a save point. Okay, so I'm equipping the Enma's Fang, and okay, now I recall the next battle. Try not to use any magic on the next battle. Maybe just one. You get magic here. Just try not, because the very end, but all the demon spawns right before the boss, that's really where you need your magic, because those guys can hit you in one shot and just kill you with their attacks, their hand attacks, where they claw at you, or just their fire attacks. They can scorch you and burn you, and you'll be dead in one hit. I tried not to use any Nympho down here, but it just got to the point where I needed it, because I don't know if it's my controller or I just can't dash away quickly enough. Maybe I'm getting like stunned or something in game. I'm not sure how this. I just started replaying this game, but there's one thing I'm going to mention that because I'll probably never remember to mention it again is I hate aiming with the bow. Aiming is fine. I don't mind having to use the L2 for the aiming button, but having to use R2 to shoot, I don't like it. It doesn't feel comfortable to me. And when you're playing as Momiji, you can aim with the L2 button, and then you could shoot with the O button. It's the only time in this game when you can do that. And I don't know why I don't know why it's unique to her stage. But I really wish you could do it with Ryu too, because I don't think I ever even used the gun for anything in this game. I could be wrong about that, but primarily, I mean, I never even used that thing. Okay, so we cleared all those enemies. Now I'm going to switch to this Dragon Sword once again. We're almost done with this level. There's Muramasa's shop up there. And now we're going to be doing a little wall running over here. And be careful of this guy on the left. He snuck up on me. Okay. It looks like I purchased something there. And yeah, the guy with the rocket launcher snuck up on me. And then I think I delimbed him, and then he hopped down to the floor below. So I don't know what he was doing exactly, but I knew he was still around. I just didn't know where he was, and then I saw him down there amidst the bodies of the dead dogs down there. So I didn't have to kill him, but might as well. I don't like anybody creeping around. Not in my hood. Anyway, so what's over here? Some money? Money, okay, money. So over here, this is important. You need to save it here. And then we're going to be doing this battle, but you need to save it after. It's very convenient because it's so easy to die, and this part's actually tough. So shoot this guy if you can. Sometimes it'll aim at the melee ninjas and just screw you up. But if not, just go over to this guy, try to get a beheading. Let's see if I can get one. Yep, there we go. And then try to charge an attack off of his essence on these melee ninjas. Because what's going on is that the next part is the one with all the demon spawns that I think there's like 6 of them. They're really tough. And you start at the save point every time you die, and then you also have to do this every time. So if you just do a wall run up here and save it, that means that every time you die, you can just start from the save point and then just go down this corridor here without having to deal with anything. It's really a good idea to do this, and definitely equip the Piercing Void. I'm a really bad shot when it comes to using this Piercing Void, and plus I still I didn't change the sensitivity, I didn't lower it, so my shots were going wild. But I got the first guy, and I like how you can aim in with the Piercing Void. You see that one? And you see all these hits right there. That entire thing. I was trying to press the 2 buttons to activate the Nimpo. When you're on the ground, it doesn't work well. I loved how in Sigma 1 you could assign a different button. I was using the R2 button to cast Nimpo. Sometimes, because in this game it won't do it. Like, watch this. All those moves right there. It was me trying to do it and it wasn't working. So to compensate for that, I have to jump and do it on landing charge and then do it to get it to work. But here I just simply ran out of Nimpo, and I wasn't expecting to survive. I was just shooting this guy in the head over and over again. These guys will drop down to the floor if you get closer to them, but for now they're just hovering in the air. Yeah, I really wish you could assign a different button for the Nimpo. I wish, I don't know, maybe just the R2 button. I don't think it's doing anything anyway. I hate how one game has customization like that and then this game doesn't. I just, just leave everything the same. If it's not already, unless it's causing a problem, just don't change the way things are, because it's already working fine enough. But up here, this boss, if I'm not mistaken, this guy is called Giga Death, and this guy is so easy, but he's just so boring of a boss. He's just so dull. I hate fighting this guy. All you need to do is shoot the bow and arrow at him, and you always want to, on this guy, to avoid taking unnecessary damage or dying. Probably the latter, because this is such a high setting of difficulty. You want to close in all the distance when he's coming towards you. Just kind of keep close to him, because he will summon the face of death. It's like a blue face. If it hits you, you're dead. He has a bunch of like projectiles that can ignite at you and kill you. And these ghost fish that he's summoning too, they kind of flop around when they run out of air, and then they'll die of their own accord. But see, they attacked me right there. I got out of the way. So like this right now, I'm closing in the gap right now, so he can't hit me. So I'm at about where he's at. So just get in a bunch of shots, and then when you feel like you've wore out your welcome in that spot, just go towards him, and then just go behind him like I'm doing right here. It's not that easy. It's just I died like 3 or 4 times, and it's just like, come on, hurry up. I hate this as it is. I just want to get this over with. And I think I'm mirroring the same kind of complaints and belly aching that I was doing in the last time I did this video guide. So you almost got me right there, and I apologize for having to so sloppily do this fight and use so many healing items. But well, I guess there's really no excuse for it. So the next chapter I'll be doing is chapter 2. So I'm kind of the order I did these videos in was 1, 4, 5, 3, and then the next one will be 2, and then I will be going in order, chronological order. But that's the cool thing about this chapter challenge. You could do whatever ones you want to first. So watch out for those laser projectiles that I mentioned. Close in these gaps here, and then keep hitting him. You don't have to take all his health away, but it's just it just sucks when you take a lot of his health away and then you get killed. It's normally whenever I get killed here, it's because I'm being impatient. So it's not that he's hard; it's just me being impatient. I think he falls down pretty soon. I think he will get up though when he falls, if you don't get over to him quickly enough. So I'll take that into consideration. There's the face of death right there. Yeah, pretty much a standard boss. Don't use the gun. I don't think the gun. Yeah, the gun won't even work on this guy. Plus, it's just too slow. Way too slow. But yeah, it's not even going to work for you. So he drops right over here, and I didn't think I can get to him in time, but I managed just well enough on my own steam here. Giga Death's down for the count, and chapter 3 is completed. I got the maximum bonus for kills, not so much for essence. Had 0 Nimpo remaining. Cleared the stage in under half an hour, and 1.2 million. That's Master Ninja rank.